ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting episode of your show. That's right, it's the Kickout Crew. And not only are we the Kickout Crew, but you are too, because guess what? It's your show. Want to thank everybody for last week's feedback. Want to thank Bober for joining us. Had a rip roaring fun time. Really had a blast. And before we get into this episode, I wrote something down I wanted to share with the guys, and I feel like it's a good way to kickstart the episode. This past month for your boys, been a little up and down, been a little chippy choppy, and so I wanted to say to our fans, hey man, we're gonna get back to what we do best, and because you're supposed to click record, have a fun time, and just kick it with the homies. And I feel like it hasn't really been happening the past couple weeks. So what we're gonna do is, kick it old school like we used to. Sing what brought you to the dance. That being said, Brad, you're tiptoeing around the tulips, and that's no Tiny Tim reference because that shit scares the fuck out of me. Mike, whatever. Brian, where you been? Even though you're new, where you been at? And I'll skip old D Chow, shout out. Adam, see, like we always love to head for the stormy waters, and you kind of steer the ship. You know what I'm saying? You steer us back into calm seas. So that being said, I think we're going to start off on the right track, and moving forward, we're going to get back to what we've been the best at. Oh, and then here's another thing I wrote. I haven't shut the fuck up about my job and being stagnant, because guess what? Still got the same one. But it's time we got back. And I don't even know how we got off the track. Shout out Weezer. But I wanted to start with that. And I've rambled enough. So, hey, Adam, would you like to introduce our guest today?
Well, I was able to reach out to Mr. Dave McClay. He's one of our fellow top guys. It seems like we talk about getting him on, and we can never make it happen, but finally we're able to get him on here. Our favorite guy from Boston. Got him to pick a couple of matches. I'm sorry, my headset's kind of messed up. I'm kind of multitask. But he was nice enough to jump on with us and pick a couple of matches that we can watch and talk about. So, Dave, would you like to tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Hey, how you guys doing? First off, and thank you for having me. And second of all, I'm still recovering from the awesome time I think we had in Huntsville. Would you guys agree?
Wicked awesome.
Yeah. What I loved most about it was the low price bar tabs everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, my man.
And about myself. Well, first off, what would you like me to tell me about myself? What would you like to know about myself?
It's your show, Dave.
Your name, social security number, credit score, your previous
we know that the two matches you picked, that you were there.
Right? I am a guy who went to college briefly, didn't work out for me, and decided to take the postal exam, and I've been with the Postal Service since 2005. And then a couple of years ago, I'm also a big wrestling fan, growing up in Boston, old school WWF mostly. And I've been watching wrestling since I was 7 years old. And I'll get into why I picked these matches today, because they're both in Boston, yes. And what they mean to me and what they mean as being a fan, like, and everything leading up to it. And especially as a kid for one, and a young adult in another. And I hope you guys have fun with what I decided.
Awesome.
Well, I can't wait to get this episode started. So I guess, Brad, what you got for us this week?
All right. So, guys, I always buy something nice. To whatever it is. Usually she doesn't want jewelry or anything like that. It's some kind of a show. Now, we talked about what I already got her for her birthday last week. Yes. But we actually celebrated another gift that I got her from Mother's Day last weekend. I took her to see the play Moulin Rouge, the Broadway show in Philadelphia, Broadway show. The thing that happened, though, is about 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks before the show, I get an email that says they moved my show to a week earlier. So I'm like, well, that's really nice of you guys, because I picked this day for a reason, because I'm available. We're available. So I can't do the show. What's the problem? And they said, well, we canceled the show for the last week, so that's what it is. Yeah, well, that doesn't work for me. We need to do something else. So I talked to my wife. We found out a better day, and then we were able to go. Actually ended up being a matinee and not the regular night we were going on Friday night. It was a Sunday matinee last week. So I spend a little bit of money on these tickets for my wife. It's her gift. It's a main gift. And it's nothing that's going to break the bank or anything, but it's enough that, I want her to have really good seats and enjoy the show. So we get there, and I start walking down towards the front row, and the guy's like, no. You're in the balcony. I'm like, the balcony? Okay. Listen, it was something that happened. No disrespect to anybody in the balcony. But I just said, all right, that happens. All right, we'll go. And not only are we in the balcony, we're in the back fucking row. I'm like, listen, I know, again, no disrespect to everybody in the back row, but I paid for tickets for the third row. So I'm a little bit pissed off here. And to the point where I'm probably, it's not as enjoyable for her during the show at first. So I took a step back, calmed down. There's not a damn thing I can do about it, because you know what else? There's probably about 800 other people that are just as pissed as me. So that's the first thing that happened. Second, I have a question for you guys. At what point does the generation above us, now I'm 47 years old. You guys are 10 years younger than me. But let's say the generation above us are in their 60s, 70s, right? At what point did they lose all of their manners? Okay, because they are the ones that taught us manners. At what point do they say, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what's going on. I'm gonna move you out of the way. I'm gonna put as much perfume on as I possibly can and stink up the place. I'm gonna stand in front of you. I'm gonna talk loud. When exactly does that happen? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, at that show, it happened about 35 times. You don't leave a play in the finale, okay? You may leave a baseball game when it's 11-1 in the ninth. I get it, man. I get it. But the finale of a musical is probably the best part of the damn show. And they're all standing in the freaking middle of the freaking aisle. Get out of the way. I know you got discount tickets as it is. Anyway, it just drives me crazy. These old people that they teach you the manners and then they forget what they taught you. So I went to the Ring of Honor show as well, took Lotus. That was a really good time. Now, in these seats in particular, I didn't pay for the floor seats. Now, you know how the floor seats at a Ring of Honor show are all like, regular chairs. So if you're standing up or you're sitting down, everybody's even, right? So that's good that we weren't sitting down there. So we were about 3 rows up on the high rise, which was absolutely perfect. We could see everything, and she loved it. Got to see Matt M there. Shout out to Matt M.
Oh yeah, friend of the show.
Friend of the show. She got a big kick out of him and the way he talks and the way he acts. He sat with us for like a half hour, and then he asked to get a couple pictures, not with her, but just with me. And then he asked her to take another one. Can you guys make sure you get? He's like, can you make sure you get the ring in the picture? That just cracked me up. I don't know why. Hey, hope everybody enjoyed watching Barbie and Oppenheimer last weekend. Really big event for everyone. And finally, I have something to say about Jungle Boy. You know why he's a heel? Because his hair's pulled up. Shout out Allison Faye. 3. All right. Hey, back to you, James.
Well, great stuff, Brad. Man, that was hilarious. Hope it gets better. That being said, I guess where am I at? Well, fuck me running. Is it time to go to the match?
Sure.
Let's do it. I guess well, Dave picked 2 matches for us, and we'll get into the first match. And what is that match? Well, it is the All-Americans versus the Foreign Fanatics. It took place. It's a Survivor Series match from Survivor Series 1993. It took place November 24th of 1993 in the Boston Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. It had an attendance of 15,509. It had a match length of, I'm just going to say 28 minutes. Does everyone say 27:59? Fuck that. 28 minutes. It had a buy rate of 180,000. And Meltzer gave this one 2 stars.
Correction, I think it was an hour and 28 minutes. Dave, why this match?
Check. I can
Why this match?
So,
yeah, why this match?
Dave,
All right.
why this
Yes.
match?
All right, here's why this match. This is the only pay-per-view ever to be held at the old Boston Garden. So therefore, this is the first ever main event in the Boston Garden for any wrestling show other than a house show. Like, growing up, you just go to house shows once a month, at least with my dad at the old Boston Garden. So this was a pretty big fucking deal at the time. You know, nothing like this. And being a 10-year-old kid, like, wow, I'm actually being a wrestling pay-per-view, that is something. And this is, till this day, the only pay-per-view ever held there. And this main event started a feud between Undertaker and Yokozuna. And this match is actually not too bad. I don't care about Meltzer star ratings or anything. I just care about, like, how I enjoy it. And as a kid, like, for example, everybody shits on the 4 Doinks match at this show. But as a 10-year-old kid, you fucking love that. And you do this when Men on a Mission and the Bushwhackers come out in clown makeup as a 10-year-old. That's fucking entertaining. But this main event was kind of the end of Lex Luger as well. Because Lex Luger, I mean, he got a good reaction coming out, but when he went during the match, you can just tell they were all for the Undertaker. As I'll get into that. But in general, that is why I picked this one.
Awesome. So, all right. So we have the All-Americans versus the Foreign Fanatics. Lex Luger, the Scott and Rick Steiner, the Undertaker, and with Paul Bearer. Then with the Foreign Fanatics, we have Crush, Quebecer Jacques. We have Ludwig Borga, and Yokozuna. And then we have a group of managers named Jim Cornette, Johnny Polo, and Mr. Fuji. Johnny Polo being Raven. So, Mike, any great Ludwig Borga stories?
Yeah, he was an hour and a half long Survivor Series match.
Such a dick. You know, as soon as I wrote that down, I realized I shouldn't have asked it. So, Quebecer Jacques Rougeau. Dave, are you a Quebecer fan?
I was a Mountie fan. Well, I wouldn't say a fan, but he was my favorite all-time villains. And he did cowardly heel moves in this match that were hilarious at times. But yeah, there's the Mountie. And you know what? He gets a lot of crap how his gimmick was so bad, but I loved his gimmick, you know, because you love to hate it. You know, it just annoyed the hell out of you.
He did.
That tag belt looks awful familiar.
You got it there, Adam?
It's right there on the wall.
Yeah, the exact one.
I can't confirm or deny that much because I wasn't there.
So, Crush to the ring. Shout out Doink. Yoko is the champion at the time. Adam, did you watch him last night on Conan O'Brien?
No, I missed it last night on Conan. I was watching Jimmy Fallon.
I'm just kidding. Of course, what I'm talking about there is that's what they said in the show. Actually, did you watch the documentary though, Adam? Did you watch it on him?
Yeah, it's been a while back. It wasn't recent, but it seemed like all the ones WWE do are usually pretty good.
Yeah, it felt a little bad for him. It seemed like he had a real problem with the eating disorder, but at the same time was super athletic in the ring and impressed everyone a lot, and seemed like a fun guy to be with too. So he's with Mr. Fuji, Johnny Polo in the ring now with Jim Cornette. Undertaker entrance. We talk about this to death. Dave, did you want to say anything about the Undertaker entrance?
The Undertaker entrance got the biggest pop of the night. And this is the time where he kind of has been baby. He wasn't even supposed to be in this match. Remember, if you guys remember, he replaced Tatanka. Because Tatanka was Ludwig Borga, and the undefeated Tatanka's streak came to an end. And then he comes out on a Raw with this American flag. And the Foreign Fanatics must rest in peace. One of the coolest moments for me as a Taker fan back then. So yeah, that was the best part of the match.
Did you add those sound effects yourself when you did that? Pretty amazing stuff, huh? Well, that was something there. Anyway, so then we... Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. I keep it very basic. I'm sorry.
No. Those effects were not you, but they seem like they were meant by the Undertaker. I don't mean I'm not insulting you in any way. Believe me, I'm just having a good time.
No, I know.
So then he's with Paul Bearer as always. We have the Steiner brothers entrance, and this was going to be for Devin, but I'm going to go ahead and kick it to Mike on this one. Do you like this presentation of the Varsity Club?
It was different. It's the first time I've really seen him in WWF.
Like the Michigan jackets, the the look of.
I mean, I think Scott Steiner was jacked up at the time. So.
Would you rather see him as Big Papa Pump?
Oh, definitely. I like that gimmick a lot better.
I understand. If it's not the '90s, if it's not now, we're not watching, right, Mike?
That's right.
All right, so Lex Luger entrance was pretty cool. I know how we all feel about him at some points, but at the same time, he did have a great look. James, who are the announcers?
Well, I'm glad you asked because I have a awesome line about the Steiners.
Hey,
well, the announcers
wait, James,
are.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I share a Bobby Heenan line?
Go for it.
If you don't mind. The one that made me crack up was, I wrote down, I hate Thanksgiving. You get no gifts. This guy eat lousy food and hang out with relatives you don't even like.
True.
There are quite a few of these, aren't there?
There's a few during this match, so a few great Bobby Heenan lines that I actually wrote down. But James, it's your show. I apologize. You say what they
would have thought of that. Go ahead, James.
Okay, I just want to say that one.
Hey, you're good.
No, we're great.
Well, it was Vince McMahon and Bobby Heenan. And
Any
the
other
part
Bobby
I wanted
Heenan
to
lines?
say, where was it? Oh, Bobby introduces the Steiner brothers from the University of Wisconsin. And Vince is like, that's Michigan. He's like, oh, I just thought it was upside down.
So we have USA chants. It takes a while to get this match going. There's a lot of standing around. I'm not sure what's going on at first, but they're just like waiting in the ring. And I stuff like that I absolutely love because I feel like it's like us trying to put a show on. You know, like, all right, let's are we gonna do this today? Time out. But it's just kind of the same thing. It's live, baby. It's live. Mike, why so many managers?
Because they're heels.
Are they?
I mean,
Foreign Fanatics? What makes you think that?
I don't know. I mean, why would? How come they had all the managers and the babyface didn't? I don't know.
Absolutely right.
Where are all the Foreign Fanatics from?
Japan.
I was foreign. The mountain. Yeah.
So.
Well, where's Crush from?
They said Crush is from Hawaii, but he's on the Foreign Fanatics.
He's not in the mainland, so I guess that counts.
Yeah, he's on the other side.
So,
and Yokozuna grew up in Southern Cali, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, but the character is Japanese. Like, I get that.
Dave,
you know, when I was a kid, I thought he was Japanese.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't you? We were kids. Dave, do you like the Survivor Series style matches?
I used to until they made Raw versus SmackDown. Since then, the has been very blah. That's just my opinion. But however, like War Games was in Boston, and I was there, so that was the best Survivor Series going with the Bloodline and the two rings in the cage. Yeah, first time they ever had War Games was in Boston. Like they had it in NXT, but they have it in Boston for the first time. It's very cool. Oh, here's one more ironic thing. The last two wrestling events I attended had double rings in the cage. Survivor Series and Blood.
So Scott and Quebecer Jacques in the ring, suplex by Scott Steiner. Now Yoko and Rick Steiner in the ring. Adam, does Yoko work like a traditional big man?
Yep.
Perfect. Rick Steiner knocks Yoko out of the ring. Ludwig Vorga in the ring now. Knocks Scott out of the ring. Steiner's on the top into Vorga. Vorga misses the elbow. Vorga reversal from Steiner off the top into the pin. Does this surprise you? James, does this surprise you when Vorga actually pins Steiner in this part of the match so early?
Yeah, because Dogface got a good pop when he was coming out. Or like when he got tagged in. Are you talking about Dogface?
Yeah, I am, because Rick Steiner was out first.
Yeah, when he got tagged in, you heard the crowd, ooh, 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 you know, and then, this Ludwig guy, you'll hear his name quite a bit going forward on this.
Right. So Scott Steiner in the ring with the Quebecer Jacques, throws Jacques into Crush. Crush catches him. And Mike, how's the pacing of this match early early on for you?
The pacing of the match?
Yeah, the pace.
I mean, it's going. It's taken a long time to get there.
Mm-hmm. Test of strength, Crush and Steiner. Crush punches him. Test of strength again. Adam, what do you think of the test of strength as a heel? I mean, isn't it always going to end up someone just kicking him in the stomach or punching him?
Yep.
Dynamite drop in, Adam.
Well, I figured the less I talk, the less echo I have to hear.
I don't hear you echoing at all.
Every time Mike and James talk, I hear it.
Macho Man in the building now. Randy trying to get to the ring. Dave, do you remember this moment when you were there of Macho Man going to the ring?
Oh, hell yeah. He actually wrestled early in the night. He replaced Mr. Perfect in the first match. And I was like, oh, he should be in the main event somehow. Because Macho Man, of course, you know, one of my all-time favorites growing up.
Michael's right there.
That's a great shot. Do you remember when Crush broke, like, really cut his lip for real on Raw before this?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a great feud that ended really poorly. Like WrestleMania 10, if you guys remember. But this was a cool build towards it. It felt real.
So Crush drops Steiner into the rope. Crush kicking Steiner. Elbow drop onto Steiner. So James, how do you think Scott Steiner's selling is here, and is he helping Crush look better?
I think so, but he's kind of, I guess he's just the guy, you know, doing the job while this Macho thing goes down.
So what do you think of incorporating Macho Man into this match, Dave, in a separate storyline?
Well, it would have been great if he were the one to replace Tatanka, seeing that Crush was in the match. But actually, no, because I'm not sure how that would play out, because it was who was the other guy in the Quebecers, and he was replaced by Crush.
We're talking about Pierre?
Yeah, Pierre was replaced by Crush, and that was after Undertaker replaced Tatanka. So I don't really know how. Maybe this was the best way, but you know, because I just don't.
This was a good way to get rid of Crush too, though.
Because of that.
Yeah, I think it was a good way to get rid of Crush. He didn't get pinned. He didn't do nothing like that. I mean, he got counted out, so it was a good way to get him out of that.
Crush did the worst job in this match, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he was legit, but yeah, he really sucked in this match.
Him or Rick Steiner.
They what? What was that, Adam?
It was either him or Rick Steiner.
So they're.
But Scott Steiner was the. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Crush going after Savage, fighting on the outside. Savage, like I said, they're doing this own feud. Crush counted out, like we just talked about. So Scott Steiner and Jacques in the ring now. James, is it comical that the Canadians are considered villains?
In a sense.
Are they ever bad?
Is it because we're too nice? Well, is it because we're too nice? I guess that makes sense.
Oh God, I hate this place. I'm gonna kick Hulk Hogan in the face. You guys remember that? That was Shawn Michaels. Sorry,
that was fantastic. Thank you so much for doing that.
Cheers to Canada. So, I got nothing against Canadians.
Nah, nobody has anything against Canada. Nobody. Jacques pile drive to Scott Steiner. That was the point. You know what I mean? They said Canada's not. We didn't even need a passport to go there at the time.
No,
you walk over.
People did hate Canada when Bret Hart was a heel. I think he was the only one that made you hate Canada.
Mike, did Scott Steiner lose a bet? Why is he in the ring the entire time?
Well, besides Undertaker, he was probably one of the best workers, wasn't he not?
He was definitely taking a licking. I mean, of all people to take a licking like that.
I mean, maybe he had heat with Vince. Who knows?
It was to build up the anticipation for Luger to come in too.
Big slam from Steiner, tags in Luger. Good call, Adam. Luger slammed and drop an elbow in the chest of Jacques off the top into the pin. Dave, does Lex Luger get a bad rep as a wrestler and a worker?
He kind of does, because Lex Luger just, when they pushed him, wrong place, wrong time. Like he had the work ethic. He was great in the ring. He could be good on the mic, but it was when Hogan left, and they were just desperate. That's what it felt like. Because he got pushed right in that spot after the King of the Ring '93 match. So that's what I think just killed him from the get-go. And like you were saying, the build up to this and how like they just wanted Lex Luger to build up to him and Yoko being tagged in, and this crowd. And I remember as a kid, the crowd not really caring, and they just wanted to see like what you're about to talk about. Like I'll let you explain that one, but
you never know if I'm going to get to it.
About Luger at this match. They cheered when he came out. They cheered him when he came out, but that was pretty much it. Yeah.
Vorga and Steiner back in the ring. Vorga headbutt, splash in the corner, and clothesline from Vorga. Suplex off the top from Steiner, pin broken up by Yoko. Yoko misses a big leg drop. Steiner misses a double drop kick. Yoko, big leg drop into the pin. Pretty athletic sequence here, didn't you think, Adam?
Yep.
Chops from Yoko to Luger, working Lex, slam to Luger, misses splash. Luger on the offense. Short clothesline, and Yoko gets the advantage. James, is there an easy story? Is this a very easy story to tell between Yoko and Lex Luger?
I guess so. I mean, we all know what's going to come like in the following months, but.
Well, I guess what I'm getting at, James, is you have a evil Japanese, apparently at the time, against
God.
the All-American. Is that an easy story to tell in the WWF?
Yeah, it didn't really move mountains.
This was after the body slam thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So did everybody else forget that The Undertaker was even here at this point?
I did.
Yeah.
I saw his feet a couple times.
Where was he, Mike?
He was just sitting there on the apron. He was dead. So he didn't have to come in until he had to.
So the pace really slowed down. James, who are you saying is the biggest star? Who is the WWF building as the biggest star in the match? But who actually is the biggest star in the match?
Oh, well, when there's a tag made to a certain someone, you know who the fucking Mac Daddy of them all is.
Who?
I don't know if whenever we get to that part, there's a tag to a certain dead man, and you know who the fuck packed that house.
So Yoko misses the bonsai, and the Undertaker is in. DDT to Yoko from Taker. Dave, are you?
I love that DDT. You come out the one off the rope. I love that DDT. I think that's awesome.
Dave, are you surprised Vorga is still in the match, or am I missing something here? Was he getting a huge push at the time?
I really don't know why. I think they were just trying to make Borga the next big foreign monster heel. At the time, they thought that he could go places. But what people remember most is, like I said earlier, the thing with Undertaker and Yokozuna. That's what the crowd cared about the most. They want to see these behemoths go at it. Like, and Taker did not tag in the entire match for this particular reason. Like, in going back watching it, the camera doesn't even show Taker throughout the whole friggin' match. And this is back when Taker was more mystical and he hardly did anything. So just hanging out in the corner, just pretty much watching the tag. And his tag, it wasn't the Taker we saw with the motorcycle. It's the Taker we saw who just kind of that way. And that created great drama to this match. But unfortunately, that was the drama to this match ended after they both got counted up.
Yeah. So belly to belly to Taker. Undertaker sits up, leg drop to Taker. Yoko drops once off the middle rope, but misses. What I'm saying is like the middle rope, and then he's his big butt down and misses. Then he does it again, or he lands. So Taker, both men are. So Taker with the. I'm sorry, guys, I got lost for a second there. Off the middle rope, but misses the second one. He hit the first one, but misses the second one. Taker gets in control again. Taker,
can I say something quick right there?
Most certainly can. Apparently, I can't spit a word out.
If he was like another split second too late, like Undertaker was, he could have broke his damn neck or something. That was close. Like he came close to hitting his ass when he sat up.
Yeah. Almost like how Randy Orton almost caught himself on fire, setting the casket on fire, huh?
Yeah.
Everything's a matter. It's a game of inches, as they say.
It's not ballet.
It's not ballet for sure. So now Taker's in control. Taker with the big no sell of the steps. You know, I mean, he's doing his Taker thing. Doesn't hurt. Yeah, okay. Both men counted out. Mike, was this a good way to keep both these men strong?
Yeah, it was, but you already had that one count out. So, I mean, I think they could have done something different for Crush, or maybe do something different for both these two. I mean, it was a good way to keep them both strong, I guess.
So we got Vorga in control.
Yeah, also, with that count out, too, though, that was a fast count out. Like, he wasn't sitting there like 1, 2. He was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, he went fast on that count out. Because when I seen it, I'm like, what the fuck? The count in the hell is it already 10?
It is something when they really want to count someone out. They're going to do it, huh?
Right.
So we have Vorga and Luger in the ring now. Vorga in control. Vorga with the suplex. McMahon does not know how to call any moves because I'm telling you, as a guy that is writing this shit down, I need an announcer to call the moves. Can he please hire our man from AEW? What's his name, Dave? Who's the announcer in AEW? That knows all that. Tope Suicida.
It's Taz.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just saying. McMahon doesn't know any of the moves.
Yeah.
Do you think McMahon fired himself from being a ring announcer?
I'm telling you, man, he does not. He's like, boy, that was a big one.
What a maneuver.
Yeah, I mean.
They had Bobby Heenan. It didn't matter. They had the greatness of Bobby Heenan doing commentary. Can I say another Bobby Heenan?
Corey the King would be a perfect match.
But Undertaker basketball team is called 6 Feet and Under. If Undertaker created his own basketball team. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're absolutely fine. I went off on a little tangent there because McMahon doesn't call any moves, and I need the help. Okay, I'm not a professional. I'm not an announcer. And then you got Adam over there. Adam can't shut the hell up about how I can't say anything right. Oh, what was that move, Brad? What was that move? And then he just throws in his bullshit comments that I don't know what I'm talking about. Is that right, Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're in this together, pal, and we're gonna get through it.
Yep.
I'm telling
Going
you.
down with the ship. Yep.
Yeah. It's not my first ship. All right, so again, we got Vorga with the suplex. Again, McMahon doesn't know how to call moves. Power slam to Luger. Adam, any doubt who the winner is going to be at this point?
Oh God, no! But it's still funny though because they're actually pushing Ludwig. I want to call him Ludwig Kaiser because of the new guy on SmackDown. So I kept calling him that whenever I was writing my notes down. But they were actually pushing this guy because he was the first one to ever beat the Tonka.
I mean, you're right though, and there's times when they're getting this guy over, right?
Yeah, but if it was against anybody else except Lex Luger, it'd have been questionable. But they're pushing Lex to the moon. The Americans, come on now.
But I mean,
this ain't Canada.
At the same time, shouldn't it have come down to Luger and Yoko?
Yes, it'd have been 100 times better.
But at the same time, isn't it great that they're trying to make somebody? No?
This guy?
Yeah, why not? He looks good. He can kick my ass.
Yeah, Michael's son. My son could kick your ass, though.
All right, well, you know what? If he wants to drive down up to Philadelphia, you know, we'll see what happens. I got my son here too.
Anyway. My son will be too busy playing video games, so he's out.
Be playing video games too.
So he's out.
Anyway, double clothesline, both men down. Cornette involved and Polo. Fuji in the ring. They were limited. So I wanted to ask you here, James. The managers were very limited in this. They just did this at the very end. They weren't really involved in the match except for jumping up and down the outside. Do you think that's more effective than being involved throughout?
I mean, I guess it's 3 of them. It seemed like a little overkill, honestly. But I don't know. I think having 3 managers for 5 dudes is a little excessive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You think with there being 3, they would get more involved. Like, I mean, there's a manager always involved in a match, you know, here and there. You think 3 of them, they'd be constantly involved.
Too much.
Yeah, but you know, Cornette's way of thinking though is too much will take away from the actual action in the ring.
That's what I'm getting at. Is less more.
Yeah,
you know,
I think so.
So Fuji gave Varga a bucket. because you always need a good bucket.
Well, that's the salt bucket.
Okay. To hit Luger with.
Jeez.
Luger
Oh, I
out.
thought it was a piss bucket.
That's so racist.
What?
A piss
I'm
bucket.
just kidding.
Luger out at 2 and up. Luger hulking up, James. Who does it better? Lex Luger or Hulk Hogan?
Number one, you got to give credit to that fucking bucket throw that homeboy did.
Oh, yeah. He just threw it backwards and it went right to
Fuji. But
I watched that twice. That was awesome.
Hogan does the best.
I know. DDT to Varga, elbow to Varga, power slam to Varga. Luger with a elbow off the rope because that's his finisher, right?
It's a forearm.
Cover. 1, 2, 3. Now, Dave, did you really pick this match because Santa was there with the snow?
I stuck around for the whole thing. A lot of fans were leaving after the whole Take a Yoko thing when it was down to Borga and Luga. But yeah, it was as a 10-year-old kid, I still like to see Santa Claus. So it was cool to see that. And
I don't know about you, but if I was Luger and it started snowing, I'd put a jacket on.
hey, but what we know about Ludwig Borga now, I bet WWE's happy they never did shit with him after this.
Well, I do have a question here from Ben Jones, friend of the show, Ben Jones, from Ad-Free Shows. And anybody can jump in on this. With Crush feuding with Savage at the time, would it have made more sense for him to be in the first match, which featured Savage, and move Rick Martel to the Foreign Fanatics being Canadian? I'll give him just ask you that, Dave.
That's I like that.
I like that too. Yeah, I was a big Rick Martel fan back then. He was one of my favorite heels when I first started watching wrestling. So yeah.
I'll third that because I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't know what was going on. So.
And that's Ben Jones from the Zip Code Brothers.
This question comes from Matt M, and this is stupid, Matt M. What are the Foreigners fanatic about? Shout out.
About hating America.
They love being foreign.
There was a guy from Hawaii, USA. What are we talking about here?
He was from the other side of Hawaii.
Yeah.
There was one guy from Canada. Yeah.
JB Games, that wants you to know, Dave, how you enjoyed Huntsville and scores at Huntsville at that.
And what about it? How I enjoyed Huntsville?
How you enjoyed scores at Huntsville?
Scores?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a gentleman's club.
Oh, I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, I know who's asking that question. Yeah.
We don't have to keep that in the show.
I don't know why this guy thinks I'm upset because but I wasn't at all. But I was kind of relieved. Like, yeah, if I went there, I would have spent too much money. So
absolutely. For what? To not get laid. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Hey, it would have been more action there than I get at home nowadays.
Well, it maybe so. Hey! But I learned about. I mean, I can not get laid on a date too. I guess. I'm just saying. I learned my lesson about strip clubs many years ago. Spend money and go home horny.
You know what though? Before I met my wife, I couldn't get a date on a calendar.
Waka waka waka.
That's Rodney Dangerfield.
That's good. That's it for now for the questions. Back to you, James.
Well, those were great listener questions. And it seems like things are shaking up quite a bit. But that's enough being said about that. I'm going to kick it over to Adam. So, Adam, what you got for us this week?
Oh, I'm in a much better mood now, guys. Thank you very much.
That's cowboy shit.
As you can tell, we probably look better because we're better than ever right now. So, no, as y'all know, as we record this last Saturday, I had my very first match in the ring. And it was with our boy Braden Toon. And as of yesterday, I found out that this weekend I will be in Rockford, Alabama for a New South Action Clash TV taping. I think it's I ain't got the number, which one it is right here. But I will be refereeing Cabana Mandan's match.
Oh, collusion. Collusion.
So, man, this has been awesome. I mean, that's all I care to even talk about is just this whole reffing deal. I mean, it's been a blast. And,
if I see you turn on Dan, we are going to have problems.
No, but we are
Oh,
planning
yeah.
on something to where I have to take a ref bump.
Well, you
Because-
deserve a couple rest bumps for the first half of this show.
No, StreamYard deserves a fucking bump for this shit.
Yeah.
Dude, y'all remember when somebody from StreamYard was like, "Thank you for mentioning us," blah blah blah, in the spirit of StreamYard.
Yeah, I do remember that. And I will not be answering with one-word answers, and neither will Adam from the point on in this show.
No, I'm good now.
Oh, thank God.
All we want to do
I'm
is zoom,
happier-
zoom, zoom, zoom. You know?
I'm happier than a dog with two Peters right now.
This is stupid.
What?
Hey, Adam, what is happier than a puppy with two Peters? What does that even mean?
Because that way he can lick both of them.
But what's a Peter?
There it is.
What is the
His
puppy with-
wiener.
a what?
His wiener.
Okay.
His penis. I think it's called
We're
penis.
we're live. You know, so
Southern guys are like Dr. McCoy in Star Trek. They're just full of like great like expressions all the time.
right. Thank you, Dave, for liking the South, unlike some people.
A dog with two Peters.
Hey, I love this stuff. When I was in Alabama and I'm driving, to the place, and I see all the land, I was getting freaked out. I'm like, I am not used to seeing all this beautiful land around me. And I'm like, are the children of the corn going to come and attack me or something?
It was a lot of land. It was a lot of land. This is supposed to be the city of Huntsville.
Everybody says like, oh, Huntsville's such a big, busy city. I'm like, this is a normal.
It's big. It's a big, busy city for Alabama.
Yeah.
Shout out to Twin Peaks.
Like, move. You go to the airport out there. Oh,
Yeah.
you remove your shoes over there, sir. Just take it. Yeah. Twilight Zone, big time.
Yeah, we're landing the plane in Huntsville, and all I see is grass. Like this, is a hell of a city.
God. Oh, I'm sorry. It's supposed to be skyscrapers everywhere, and eating
Skyscrapers.
horse shit on the
Whatever.
streets.
No, wait. How
What that
about
means?
I saw billboards for gun stores. Yeah, where I'm from, I'll be friggin' frowned upon. They would like protest to get those removed.
Yeah.
There's gun and in
Either.
Alabama. It's either gun and ammo signs or Alexander Shannara lawyer signs. That's all that's in Alabama.
Well, there's plenty of guns in Philadelphia.
All right. What are we doing?
Back to you, James.
What is that? Okay, so Adam, that was all you have for us?
Yeah, I guess so. Thanks, man.
Well, I don't know. I figured you were going to say yeah real quick,
No.
Boom.
But no, we got another show this weekend, and I'm gonna be in the match with Dan. Oh, and I also did this past weekend did a battle royal, and when I'm not gonna say who it was, but when a certain primetime guy hit the ground, I might have smacked him once,
I like it.
but I'm not gonna say his name.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I want
That
to
was
give a
fun.
special shout out to Stunt Marshall, double champion. Shout out.
Yeah, I'll get to see him next weekend.
Oh, tell us up. Yeah. I'm gonna sum it up.
What up?
Are other people listening on this too?
They will be
Yeah.
when it posts every Thursday morning at 6 a.m. You can even watch video versions exclusively on YouTube.
It's premier
well,
viewing for sure.
No.
No, that's it though.
Well, that's great stuff, Adam. We're all happy for you, and can't wait to see how this pans out. And damn, that was quick.
No,
He's
I just
already
wanna-
turned on a
I just like the picture.
Nah.
It's just a nice picture.
Hey, do you guys notice Adam did the best out of everybody for the Dr. Tom Pritchard
He's a
training?
piece of shit about it. Don't even go there. The guy's been freaking wrestling for 10 years. He's first in freaking line. And Dr. Tom's like, boy, I did a real good job teaching you. And we got all us assholes behind him. Don't know what the fuck we're doing. We got him doing freaking backflips in the ring and acting like it's my first time. Great job, Dr. Tom. Well, great job, Adam. Fuck off, Adam.
Dave, I love you for that.
It doesn't bother me, though.
We're gonna start with the best guy to do this, right? Yeah.
So,
First in line. He's freaking
You said
showing
that-
Big Booty Judy how to do some things.
You said that exactly how I wrote it. Thank you, Dave.
Check is in the mail.
Man, oh man, you can't write this shit, huh?
Ain't that the damn truth? Well, we try to. And you know, who better to write and all that stuff is than our boy, Mike. So, Mike, what do you have this week? I gotta come up with something different.
Well, you know, I was sitting there this week looking up things I could bring up and discuss. And I came up on funny facts. So I'm going to give y'all a couple funny facts. I want to see if you guys know this or not. Did you know you can always see your nose, but your brain ignores it? Anybody?
Interesting.
Is that a Middle
Yeah.
Eastern joke, Mike? Huh?
What
What are we saying
the
here?
fuck, James?
I mean, Triple H might
Look,
be a little bit.
I'm Lebanese descent. Is it making fun of my nose?
Bananas are berries. Strawberries are not.
I thought you were gonna say they were bananas.
Fun facts. Your DNA contains all the necessary genes.
Are you serious? You sound like shit right now. Try again, because we're on Zoom. I don't think they've
Zoom.
realized that in Georgia yet. Maybe Georgia doesn't know we're at Zoom yet.
It has putter. That's a good one.
I said
By the way,
your
pineapple
DNA
is
contains.
the best fruit because you can put it on a pizza, and it's the only fruit you can put on a pizza.
My pineapple.
I love pineapple.
My God,
It's my
we're
favorite.
not getting into that
Put it on
debate.
pizza. Can you put
What?
strawberries or blueberries on a pizza? No.
Nope.
Can you help on pizza? Nope. Pineapple?
Big
Delicious.
pepperoni guy.
No. How about pepperoni, pineapple, and bacon? That's my pizza choice.
I love this guy. I love this guy.
What a bunch of shit, Adam.
Hawaiian style all the way. Minus the crush.
Yeah. Damn it. All right, Mike, keep talking.
All right. Your DNA contains all the genes to produce feathers. So one day you might wake up with a feather in your ass, and you can actually do it.
Don't make promises you're not going to keep, pal.
God.
Saying,
Don't hold back,
if
right,
you
James?
did not have certain bacteria, gut bacteria,
Too.
we would fart in colors. Would that not be something?
Well, we usually do. It's usually one color, but it's nothing
Yeah.
you want to talk about.
Right? Yeah.
It could be purple or blue or red or depending on what you
Shout
eat.
out to 2 weeks of jokes like that. You know, I said my laxative one. Mike said that one.
But you can fart in your color. It's called shotting. You can fart in colors. It's
Yeah.
called
Especially after too much pineapple, huh?
Mhm. Yeah.
Great white sharks have never been seen fucking by anybody.
Shout out Shark Week.
Gee, I wonder why. Like, hey, let's go film some sharks fucking. No.
No, they're just going to eat you instead, but that's fine. Oh, wait, they don't like the way we taste, right, Mike?
Unless you're the Undertaker. If the Undertaker can just scare a shark away.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. See? He just does it.
Adam.
And my last one is the noises raptors made in Jurassic Park were turtles fucking.
I heard turtles are good at fucking.
Apparently they are. Because you can
They
hear them
move
on
slow. They
Jurassic
move
Park.
slow.
What?
Is this
What
animal
part of the
mating
conversation did that come up in?
Wait.
So yeah, that was just a couple funny facts I seen and figured I'd bring you up on.
Well, Mike, that was actually a lot of fun.
turtles
Appreciate
fuck?
that. It's like stupid laws, but not at all. But same idea.
Serious
Exactly.
question. How do turtles fuck if they got the shells on?
Here we go.
It is interesting, isn't it? Like those shells are. Why do the shells grow with them? Why is it part of them?
Wrestling, life, sports, nature.
I always found turtles interesting because of that shell. That shell grows with them. Weird.
What about when they get a green ooze? They get trained martial arts by a fucking rat.
Oh, speaking of turtles and pizza.
Mm.
Turtle power.
I hear this guy Raphael was cool, but Michelangelo was the potty dude.
Don't tell me that.
Hey, oh, God. Boy, we are flying right now.
We might just play the second half of this show, and we might just move on from there. Back to you, James, unless you got more, Mike, because I keep saying back to you, James.
Back to you, Jamers.
God, nah, we're good. Shout out our man D-Child. What up? But hey, you know, like just whatever. And that is the spirit of teamwork. No,
Great job, guys.
Oh, what is funny though, I kind of wanted to do my little rant thing at the beginning, and I kind of wrote it down because I knew I'd forget it when it came showtime. And hey, that's showbiz, baby. But speaking of showbiz, for everybody going to StarCast, WWE Payback is happening in Pittsburgh that weekend. And rumor has it, your boy's going to be in the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area Labor Day weekend. And it's not a rumor; it's true. So I don't have tickets to the pay-per-view yet, but I will be in Pittsburgh. I like how everybody's going to be in Chicago, and it's like, fuck it, I'm going to Pittsburgh. But yeah, I'll be there that weekend and hanging out with Bober, a guest on the last episode. So yeah, hopefully, we'll get some cheap tickets probably and just, kick it and get drunk and stuff. But
yeah, details, right?
But the card's not going to be, Roman's not going to be on the card probably. So
it's all right.
Are we getting Jimmy versus Jay?
No.
Are we getting Jay versus
maybe Jay versus Jimmy? I don't know. We'll see what happens after SummerSlam.
Oh, we'll probably get Jay versus Dominic. God, could you imagine? But that being said, I really I rambled enough at the beginning of the episode, and spirit of teamwork is I'm going to be a team player and actually shut the fuck up, even though I did my segment at the beginning of the episode. But see you at Pittsburgh Labor Day weekend. If you're there, holla. At James L. Cori, because I don't have that at the screen anymore, and at Kickout Crew. But, now it's time for some wicked wisdom with Dave. So, Dave, got any wicked wisdom for us?
Mm-hmm. Wicked wisdom? I'm trying to think something wicked I could say. Mm-hmm.
You can talk about anything. It doesn't have to be necessarily
as per our conversation. I just put
this
something
is like
on
your little segment, man. You got the floor. The floor
I just like to make something funny, but usually people do make it about that. And I'm just kidding. But like Bober's bullet points was last week, and he actually did it, but it doesn't have to be that at all.
Yeah.
You don't have to mention it, but now we have.
Hey, hey man, what you wanna talk about?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know what I want to talk about. Like wicked wisdom. Like this is your guys' show. I don't know what you guys are into.
You know what, Dave? It's your show.
Asking me stuff, you starting the conversation.
Oh, you know what? Okay, hey, I got it. So our boy Money Mike, Money Mike talked to us last night.
I freeze in time, so you guys gotta help me with that. Yeah,
I got you. Our boy Money Mike last night talked to us, and he said, be sure to ask him about, where is it? Programs and match cards.
Programs and match cards.
Yeah, he said be sure to ask you about it. Like you collect them and stuff.
Program from the last ever wrestling event, the Old Boston Garden.
Okay.
Like, that's my most famous program that I had Jeff Jarrett's on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because he was on that card. I want to get every wrestler to sign that thing for me.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you right now if you want.
Fucking hey, man, it's your show, bro. Come on.
All right, cool.
Hell yeah.
Get it.
For those not on the video version, Dave is going to get his, program and take us down a little stroll on memory lane.
Cards. Match cards.
There
I can't
it
do an
is.
accent to save
Just
my
had
freaking
to.
life.
Couldn't you just? You notice that our Southern accents didn't have to mock his.
You know what? Actually, that's funny. I love the Southern accent. Shout out.
You know what? I love
mostly
Arabian
with
Nights.
blondes with
that's good
jean
country
shorts
song.
with cut off jeans, but I digress. I ain't holding back, James. Tell me not to, buddy. Told me not to. Said be myself. This is who I am.
Hey, it's your show, Brad. So
Somewhat.
go ahead, Dave. We got you. You're back on.
World Wrestling Federation, a night to remember, as the event was called. Oh, that's the back.
Yeah, I like a night to remember.
Hey,
Remember, and ironically, this event was on my 12th birthday.
there it is.
Yep, last ever wrestling event ever at this venue that we watched earlier was on my birthday. And hey, can I break down the card to you guys?
Sure.
Show it. Show the card.
And speak it. And speak it as well.
Yeah. It's show and tell, Dave.
Shout out Sorensen.
Diesel
That was assholeian.
with Ted DiBiase in corner.
Nice.
World Championship match. Undertaker versus Kama, the Supreme Fighting Machine. Bret the Hitman Hart and British Bulldog versus Hakushi and Jerry the King Lawler.
Oh.
Ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Double J, Jeff Jarrett versus Razor Ramon.
Damn. Oh, there you go.
Bam Bam Bigelow. Oh, speaking of which, you guys see that episode?
Not yet.
I
I'm
watched
not
it
yet.
twice.
a little behind on that stuff. I am.
Bam Bam Bigelow versus Tatanka. All right, the Head Shrinkets. So no way if I do. By the way, the Head Shrinkets, one of them is Rikishi. Oh, you guys knew that. All right.
Yeah.
The Head Shrinkets versus Jacob and Eli Blue.
Eli Blue, huh?
Yep. Bob Sparkplug Holly versus Rhodey.
The roadie. Which roadie?
Oh, you didn't know?
Rhodey. I
You
assume
better
it's the-
call somebody.
And by the way, Man Mountain Rock versus Quang. That match I do not remember.
Why?
Is that why you said it last? Because it was a headliner?
I think that actually got cut from the show. I don't remember that.
After the show match? You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. When everybody's walking out. and you're
Everybody be safe going home.
Now, what Money Mike probably meant by the cards is that I have cards that say WWF. But speaking of that, I have some old school trading cards that say WWF on them from the early 90s, but I didn't open them. So
Good
I
for
figured
you,
this show would be an opportunity to open the packs and see what cards they are, what
No,
superstars.
no, man, no. Don't waste that on us.
I talked to the guy at Top Guy Weekend. He said you can open those. It doesn't decrease the value. You know the guy who does, yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because he has
I'm
everything
talking
under the
about
sun.
Top Guy Weekend. So if I go
Top of
get
the
those
card?
cards and do the unveiling of what's in them, what do you guys think?
How many cards are we talking here?
2 or 3 packs. I'll go get them. I'll show them to you. Hold on.
So we're talking about top of the card, right? From ad free shows.
No, the other dude that collects
Oh.
them.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
do I have time to do this, or am I going on too long?
No,
No,
go.
we got time, brother. Go ahead.
We got nothing.
I'm in
but
a good
time,
mood
Dave
now.
McClay. We've been fucking with you the whole time anyway. Let's do this.
That's true, man. It's your show. Take
It's
it
definitely
away.
your show. We're gonna make this show the best show.
I shall return.
So in the
We'll be
meantime,
here. Well, hey, as Dave is collecting those cards, man, there is a show called Top of the Cards on Ad Free Shows, but that wasn't who he was talking about. And I'm gonna edit
Brandon,
this
by
part
the way-
out. I
by
can't
the way,
fucking
shout
remember
out to-
that dude's name.
top of the card, Brandon Toll.
No, the other guy at Top Guy
Oh, I know.
Weekend, like with the
Yeah, that's him.
kind of buzz cut dude with the he
Oh.
had all the binders of cards. He
I was
talked to
talking
Rick
about
and
the
Morton that
referee.
one
I'm sorry.
morning.
I was talking about the referee.
Yeah, he talked to Ricky Morton that long time.
Gotcha.
And he has all those cards. He's got the Flair one.
I sat with Brandon at Top Guy Weekend at the Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
Very nice guy. Didn't know him.
I
at
didn't
first.
know. I didn't realize that was like.
I didn't realize it either until it was too late, and I was probably already an asshole.
Right. And Dave is back. Dave, with the cards. Holy
Open
shit,
them
that's our boy.
Which boy, Hulk Hogan?
You damn right.
Damn right, Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Yeah. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, have you on the show more often? Maybe sans Brad. That's all I'm saying.
I love
I like
Hulk
the other
Hogan.
Hogan better.
Hey,
you
if
wanna-
we're
are
let me
you sure you wanna
pin your
open 'em?
screen if we're doing this. You may become a billionaire on our show, your show, the Kickout Crew. Davis opening package number 1. My goodness. Look how he has to dig in. He needs to make sure, not
Let's see what
3
we got.
cards. Now Dave opens the package. He pulls out the cards. What are the cards?
The Nasty Boys.
Nice.
Nah. Oh, all right.
Known for being one of the most brutal teams in the WWF.
Hell yeah.
Rick the Model Martel.
Oh, it's
Ah.
awesome.
Known for his arrogance, his cologne, and attitude. Favorite
Oh.
quote? Humility is the worst policy. Man. That's like dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun 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 dun. Oh look,
When
look at
it
it.
comes crashing down, then it hurts inside.
On these things. Known for unflattering courage and strength in the face of adversity. Favorite quote, what you gonna do? James, you do the favorite quote.
What you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild? Here it is. When Hulkamania runs wild on you, brother. Man, when he points, like when he makes that comeback and points, yeah. Ah,
All right, here comes
the boom. I'm kidding.
one of Hogan's greatest rivalries.
Uh-oh.
Oh, John Tenta.
Earthquake.
Known for nearly putting an end to Hulk Hogan's career. Favorite quote, I will end Hulkamania once and for all.
Well, you didn't do it, brother.
Yeah, we're running wild now.
Okay? It's the Macho King, Randy
Oh.
Savage.
The best. That was the
Good
best
looking man.
King of the Ring. Nah, that's debatable.
Known for his polished ability and killer instinct. Favorite quote, yeah. Your blood for the kingdom of madness.
Yeah.
See, it's the type of shit you wouldn't get. You know what I'm saying?
What was that?
Go ahead. You're good. Go ahead.
All right. Is the Rockers, the finale of Dark Side of the Ring on Maya Jannetty. The other one became one of the greatest of all time.
Oh, you mean Shawn Michaels?
Debatable.
Depends on who you
Nope.
ask. Don't ask Jake the Snake.
Heyo.
Known for living the
Like
nightlife and giving their opportunities the fight of their careers. Oh, favorite quote. I kid you not, this is what it says.
Yeah.
We party hard, wrestle harder. I swear
Hey,
to
it's true. The reason they had that name was because, they wouldn't get done wrestling until like midnight, then they'd start rocking.
God. Yeah. There's the other earthquake. Ooh.
How many of these cards
What
do
a
we got?
rush. Oh, I got two other. I'll just do one for now. All right.
Oh, no, you
Hello,
can do
Jake.
them all. But, I like the Legion of Doom. What a rush.
Known for their awesome strength, we snack on danger, dine on death.
We can do this every week, guys.
Okay, Macho King, Earthquake. Yep, that's the first pack. The others are just duplicates.
That's awesome.
That was pretty cool, Dave.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool.
You guys want to open the other ones, but I'm sure you want to get back to the show.
Yeah, we'll move on for now, but that was awesome. That was very awesome. I'll tell you what, that's a first. That's a kick out crew first.
That is true.
And,
Our first unboxing,
was-
we can
and
hashtag
listen, and
unboxing
look.
on YouTube and get like 1 million views now.
You did have stuff to talk about. See?
Right?
Yeah.
Look how easy that was.
Well, I do. I just like, what
Just
is,
wanted a direction. Got it.
need a direction of what to talk about. You know what
I
I mean?
get it. I need direction too.
You know what, Dave? That was some wicked wisdom that you just,
Yeah.
enlightened us with.
Thank you. Like I said, I just need help with this kind of thing.
Don't we all?
And you know what? See, the thing about wicked wisdom and everything is like sometimes, sometimes you always, whatever. But hey, we don't quit. And speaking of don't quit, I guess it leads us to match number 2, does it not? Because it is an I Quit match between Ric Flair and Mick Foley. It took place at SummerSlam 2006. The date being August 20th of that year. It took place at the TD Bank North Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Had an attendance of 16,168. Had a match length of 12 minutes 47 seconds. Had a buy rate 529,000. And Meltzer gave this one 3.5 stars. But Dave, why this match?
This match is because it was a dream match for me at the time. It was interesting. It was interesting to see. I know they have matches in TNA, but did Flair and Foley have a match in WCW?
Don't know.
I don't think so.
So is this their first time ever having like a real major match on pay-per-view?
I'm not going to answer that.
Yeah, because
That's
during the match, I know there's something was referenced about an ordeal they had like 12 years prior at WCW. So I doubt if they ever had a match because of all that happening.
But this feud was built on like what he said about like what Flair said about Foley in his book about being a glorified stuntman, and I guess they had a real issue backstage. They worked that out, but they turned it into having a real feud on camera. And like I said, this match was cool. This is SummerSlam 06. Yeah, this is the first and only SummerSlam to be in Boston. And SummerSlam 2020 was supposed to be in Boston, but you know what happened there.
We sure do.
I actually
Stupid
bought
COVID.
for that one too. I would have I had like 5th row back floor for SummerSlam in 2020. And
Dave, do you know I was at the last pay-per-view before COVID? I was actually at the Elimination Chamber in Philadelphia right before. It was the week later they were in the Performance Center.
oh, was everybody wearing masks at the place?
No, nobody was wearing shit yet. Actually, not everybody was wearing masks right away. So Foley versus Flair in an I Quit match. Mankind entrance with a trash can. Ric Flair entrance. Dave, you were there. What was the vibe like in the building when these two men came out?
Oh, the vibe was great because we knew we were going to see a match where they would beat the shit out of each other. You know, Ric Flair's always been a bleeder, and so is Mick Foley. You know they're going to bring all the stops and all the weapons for this match. And this was one of the last hardcore matches a lot of us get to see live in the WWE before they decided to go PG in 08. So this match is up there with one of the best ones you would see up until, like, as far as this style of wrestling. This has Moxley written all over it, this match,
Right.
if you would notice. So, yeah, the anticipation was wicked exciting, as I would say.
Love that you said that. Love that
Wicked
you said that.
exciting.
James, you were not here, but I would like to know who the announcers were.
Well, I'd love to tell you, but it feels like I'm in the dark right now.
Yeah. Can we get back to the main screen here?
I think he's getting ready to set up for the pictures and whatnot.
There we are. So, James, who are the announcers today?
Well, you know, Brad, I'm glad you asked. It's Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler.
My goodness. Foley hammers Rick early, knee to the face, and trash can into the corner. Mick brings out the sock really freaking quick. Mandible claw early. Mick Foley on the microphone telling Rick to say I quit. Mike, these guys are way past their prime at this point. Even though Mick Foley's not quite as old, he's done a lot in his life to make him past his prime. Do you think they need these breaks when they talk to keep everything going?
Keep the match going?
Well, just to keep do they need these breaks as older performers or worn out performers?
Yeah, maybe sometimes, but I think these two could still they could go. I'm not going to say they're right at their prime, but they can still move around. They still had all that stuff in it.
Right.
And like in them. I think they could still go. But I do have one thing, and I got this from our boy Devin. Before this, Mick Foley was doing a thing in the back, and he spelled "I quit" instead of saying it. You know how he did with I think was it The Rock, where they said, "Oh, I quit, I quit, I quit." So that time
he used the recording that time.
right?
Yeah, which was
So this time
I'll
he
never
spelled
forget
it.
that. I'll never forget that. So, Adam, what are your expectations in a match like this as an in-ring performer? All things considered, with the experience and the time these guys have been around?
I mean, as far as just this kind of match or the performers in the match in general?
Like, what do you expect? It's an I Quit match, so you know it's going to be balls to the wall, but at the same time, you have a guy in his 50s and a guy that has already fallen off a cage a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too much, and I definitely wasn't expecting what happened in the match. I know you ain't really introduced it yet, but I just don't like how they told the story as far as weaponry and whatnot. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the I Quit matches anyway, but still, I don't like how I figured with them two being such good storytellers, I feel like it could have went a whole lot better than it did.
Okay. Mick brings out the barbed wire, Flair with a low blow. Go figure.
Barbed wire? The barbed wire?
Flair
Barbed
chop.
wire.
Match. See, that's my point. How do you start the match with barbed wire?
Well, I
Because
think
what do you go to after that?
well, I think that's the point, Adam, is they can't have a long match, but it has to be a match like this. So they bring out. I think everything gets a little bit like fast forwarded.
But it feels like I would have started with something else other than barbed wire. Because what do you go to after barbed wire? You go to fire? I mean, what do you go to?
Well, we're gonna find out. Flair chopping with the sock and barbed wire. The fans are into it, though. I'm gonna say that the fans are into it. Both are now on the outside. Foley into the steps. Go figure. So Mike, how good does Foley work? All right. So let me say this.
Right?
How good does?
I'll tell you what, that was a hell of a bump that he took on the steps.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, it was.
I'm sorry, guys. I did a little thing out of order here, but how good does he take a bump into that step? Is exactly what I was asking.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I mean, I think that was
Professional
one of his
podcast.
best. Usually, I mean, he hits it and kind of rolls over. That time, he hit it and went flying. Looked like he got hit by a car.
So, Dave, are you a fan of death matches?
Not really. I did like the old school ECW. That was cool, but not a fan of what like GCW, like light tubes and stuff. I'm not a fan of that kind of wrestling. But seeing this kind of wrestling once in a while is cool, but seeing it like all the time is not.
Well, I agree with you.
Match with these two guys were limited what they could do, and they knew they had to pull out all the stops to be hardcore.
And go ahead, but
so early on in the match, like you guys were saying, just to get it going and get the crowd into it. And that's exactly what happened as I was there.
You got to remember too, they're following Hulk Hogan and Randy Orton. This match happened after Orton Hogan.
Yeah. Speak of
you
that.
have to start high, fast.
Can I just say something? That was going to be my other choice rather than Hogan and Randy. You know why? Because Hogan and Randy Orton is Hulk Hogan's last match ever in the WWE.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hogan's last match.
Yeah. So I chose this instead because I felt like we had more to talk about with this one.
Sure.
And plus, it was a bad match than Orton and Hogan, I should say.
Hogan sucks.
So big board with barbed wire with Rick collided with it. Ric Flair bleeding like good old times, huh, James?
Right? Oh, is it Crockett again? You know, making the towns, cutting and strutting. You know?
I was waiting on Dusty Rhodes to come out.
I'm telling you. Flair walked right into the barbed wire board, then fully dropping it on him. Adam, what do you think Ric Flair's family thinks of him doing this at his age?
What the fuck?
Exactly. I can't imagine Charlotte Flair. I'm not sure what her age was here at home. Like, Dad, enough's enough already, right? But then guess what? Last year he did the same thing all over again, and he's in the ring at 73 years old. Mick Foley back on the microphone. Flair says, "Kiss my ass." Thumbtacks now in the ring by Foley.
There we go.
Well, hang on. Back up. When he said "kiss my ass," Foley went ham on Ric Flair with that microphone. Battery started flying out and shit. He beat the shit out of Flair with that damn microphone.
It was scattered everywhere. I mean,
there's pieces of microphone.
You notice
everywhere.
He pulled it right away.
They're still there.
As Flair was saying ass, he kind of pulled the microphone that way it wouldn't, PG.
Wow.
He broke that microphone over his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thumbtacks now in the ring by Foley. Mike, this is a different time for WWE, don't you think?
It is. I mean, it was kind of interesting because, I mean, '06, they really weren't doing too much of the blood like this. I mean, a little bit here and there, but you know, this right here this was a perfect match for it, if any match.
Foley slams Ric Flair onto the thumbtacks. This is quite the visual. He's a pincushion. But I'm a little curious here, Dave.
Dude, JR goes crazy on commentary on that thumbtack spot. He's like, oh my God, the thumbtack. Like, JR's like screaming on commentary. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dave, we haven't watched this in 17 years. Who's the heel?
Mick Foley's the heel in this match.
That throws me, man. That throws me.
And Mick Foley was working like a heel from the beginning.
He was, and it just throws you off, you know?
Match.
But you got Ric Flair saying, I'm going to kill you.
Right? Because when I was watching it, I thought Foley was the face. Because Ric Flair is like, we're going to bleed. I'll kick your ass. I'm going to fucking, kill you. I'm going to gouge your eye or whatever. I'm going to take your eye. I'm going to take your heart.
He's got Melina as a
yeah, he's about to hit a woman. We'll get there, but.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Dave. What were you saying?
Do you guys remember ECW One Night Stand 06? This was shortly after that.
Okay.
So this is when Mick Foley was still doing his heel persona. And this is the first time we saw Mick Foley as a heel since, I think, 1998, maybe.
And that's just it. It throws you because he's just not a heel for most of our time, at least from 98 on, and 99 on. After King of the Ring, really. Come on.
But this crowd was rooting for both because, believe it or not, we were more accustomed to Mick Foley during the Attitude Era. So this crowd was really split during it. Even though Mick Foley was supposed to be the heel for this match, this crowd was rooting for both, as you can tell.
Yeah, it's a split crowd no matter what. Because, Rick's a heel his whole life, but people root for him anyway. So now Foley with the barbed wire bat, long before Lucille from The Walking Dead.
Barbed wire.
Foley with a bat to Flair. Dave, what is Flair trying to prove in a match like this?
Before I answer that question, do you guys know that bat that was used in this match, some collector bought it for $10,000?
Really?
And I had actually put in a bid for it. I bidded $1,500, but I didn't know it. I was knowing. Yeah,
you're probably like, thank God I didn't have to get that, huh?
I apologize. What was your question again?
What is Flair trying to prove here? Why is he doing this?
Well, because Ric Flair is going to be Ric Flair, and Ric Flair wants to prove that he's tough and he can hang with someone like Mick Foley in his style of wrestling. Because Ric Flair's never going to give Ric Flair, on an interview one time, instead of saving world hunger, instead of helping people in need, why not just the machine to rejuvenate the niche? I can do it all over again. He said that in an interview, I think, back in 2009 on the WWE Network. So that he wants to wrestle still. Even at his age, if he could do it, he would. So he's willing to do whatever it takes. And like you said, when he went through those thumbtacks during the match, he wrestled the rest of the match with thumbtacks all in his hands. Yeah, punching, kicking, grinding the barbed wire, all within thumbtacks. Like, you guys you stepped on a thumbtack?
Yeah.
One thumbtack, right?
Don't do it.
Just imagine what these guys go through when they do that.
So I was recently at the Ring of Honor show, and there was the Dark Order was part of this match, and they landed on the thumbtacks, and at the same time, then they landed on the Legos. And I remember stepping on a Lego when I was a kid. And you got Evil Uno being freaking slammed on the freaking. I'm with you, man. Stepping on one and being slammed on one, and then it's just in their body. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Well, the only difference is Legos don't get stuck in your body.
So hurts.
Unless you're Tony Soprano.
So we have a low blow to Foley, bat to Foley, beating Foley's arm. Flair on the attack. Flair on the mic now. Flair seems pissed now on a third low blow. Flair full steam into Foley with the bat. Foley 10 feet onto the floor. James, at this point, do you want this to be over?
Well, I'm glad you asked me that question. And it's so nice I get to answer it twice. But when Foley does that, he falls and you think he's going to hit that trash can thing. And, he pretty much misses it. And on commentary, they explain, how real, there's a mat on there, but that's like hitting concrete, blah, 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 blah. They go through a time explaining the realism of it. And then right after that, paramedics come out and I don't know what part you're at, but
No, right after the 10 feet on the floor. He's landing on the floor.
oh, you want me to say what
Paramedics
Ric
are
Flair
there.
says? Because they
No, I
do
know
the
what he
bell.
says. Yeah, you can say it.
Okay, well, yeah, they call for the bell and all that stuff. They're throwing up the eggs, and Ric Flair grabs the microphone and he's like, "This isn't a lay on your ass match. This is an I quit match. Get up."
Should he not been like done right there? Because then Ric Flair said, "I quit." So it should have been over right there anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
saying.
logistics.
Just saying.
So now, I guess the match continued, huh, Adam?
I guess I had to.
So Flair a bloody mess, destroying Foley with the barbed wire bat, pushing the bat. So now he quits because Melina protected him, and he quits for her because he might have been struck by a woman. But she threw the towel in ahead of that. And again, Flair wasn't having it. So was this a good ending, Mike?
It was different. I mean, but it kind of was it not like a double turn, I guess, maybe? Because Flair is going after her and Foley's quitting to save her. So I mean, it kind of like I didn't know Foley was a heel until Dave said it. So this kind of makes it like it's a double turn.
So Dave, what's the payoff on a match like this?
Well, I'll tell you what. As much as entertaining and great this match was, the ending sucked. I thought the ending really sucked because first off, they rang the bell twice. Back to what you were saying about how, like, when you ring the bell, the match is over, and they did it twice. And then you thought something spectacular was going to happen, or somehow they were going to force Ric Flair to say "I quit," but instead, the finish to the match is Melina Melina being involved in this kind of ruined the match. For me, it ruined the match. And being there, and you just barely hear Mick laying down going, "Oh, I quit, don't hurt Melina," like, sucked the air out of the arena. It really did. Like, I thought
involvement in it.
A much better ending. I thought the ending was really lame and made no sense. So I don't know why
was she there?
half stars. But that's just my opinion.
Okay.
Why was he there?
What was that?
He was involved with Mick.
Why was he there?
Something.
Well, because a couple of weeks, Mick Foley was the heel and talked about how great Melina was, how Melina wanted to be the godmother of her kid and stuff. And yeah, I didn't get that one bit because the next night, right, Melina gives him a low blow with Vince and says, "You're fired." And that ended Mick Foley's heel run. And that was it.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So I do have some listener questions. I got a couple here from Mike Bober.
Oh,
Shout
friend
out
of the show.
So I have a real quick answer to this, but I'm going to wait. Are there any wrestling boots more iconic than Foley's leopard print boots?
What about
There
the Ric
is.
Flair boots? He was
There's
wearing
one
them,
pair.
have thumbtacks on them.
What was that, Adam?
There is one pair that's it's a little more iconic.
Which one of those?
The yellow ostrich boots from my boy from UFW or whatever it was from Dark Side of the Ring.
UWF.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're talking
UWF,
about
that's it.
Herb
Yeah.
Abrams?
Yes, Herb Abrams.
My man.
Yeah, I knew you
His
didn't know
yellow
who you were
ostrich
talking
boots.
about.
Yeah,
I knew you
him.
didn't know the name, asshole. I think more iconic boots are the Iron Sheik boots. They were loaded.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like he did that thing on him and then he kicked you. I thought that was a little iconic.
Dusty has some good boots. The Bunkhouse Stampede boot, huh? Does that count?
Everything counts.
So, Brad, you believe the loaded boot bullshit, but you don't believe that a kendo stick hurts?
Do I believe it? I believe it was fun to watch. And yes, I will plant. Dave, you're here to witness this. And I talked to Evan Polisher. I will be getting hit with a kendo stick at Top Guy Weekend next year because I think the whole thing is complete bullshit.
Can I
It's a
swing
hollow
it?
stick that doesn't
It's
hurt.
all about you. Get
Can
hit
I
in the nuts
swing
the
it?
first one. Now it's the kendo stick.
It doesn't have to be about me.
It's goddamn Brad show.
It's about whoever hits me.
Yeah.
Storyline developing.
Anybody else have iconic boots?
Guys, hold on. Dylan,
Doss.
we need.
All right.
Hey, guys. quick
Yeah.
running.
So, quick
Yeah.
question.
Hey, run in with the kid.
Hey,
Hey,
welcome to
hi.
your show.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's up,
We're
Bob?
talking wrestling. Yeah.
All right, say bye,
Do
Daddy.
you care?
That was nice.
Bye,
Okay.
Daddy.
I'll come talk to you when. All right.
No, he's coming with me.
Are you going, Nana? Okay.
My kids are 16, 17, and 18. Enjoy it now. Very good. Cool, man. Oh. Have a great night, Dave.
What he's telling his kids about.
And that is the spirit of June.
Hey, but that's a good one.
I'm coming back. Give me a few minutes. I'm sorry.
You're good. Hey, you're good, brother. You're good.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep talking questions here.
Yeah, you're good.
How much of this match do you think was shoot based on what Flair and Foley wrote about each other in their books?
80-20.
80-20, which way?
Shoot.
Yeah.
I do 50-50.
I would say I would say 80-20 the other way. Like, it's a match, they're professionals, but I bet you they took time to get like one of them in. Like when Mick is punching him at the beginning, Maya got one in. The microphone thing, Maya got one in. Like Rick gouging the fucking barbed wire, maybe got one. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're professionals, but they probably took liberties at some points.
I want to say something. I watched Holy Foley. Is that what it was? His reality series. And I'm gonna tell you what,
Fucking Mike.
when they met each other, Charlotte Flair and Noelle Foley.
Yeah.
It seemed like they had real heat, and they remembered their dad's heat. So there's something there. So they trained with each other in the ring, James, if you didn't watch it, and Mike and Adam. And it was like that. It was like an awkward moment, and then they got through it. There's something there. I think everybody's
And
professional.
as a child, you probably overhear Rick or Mick talking to the wife, like, that fucking dude. You probably heard it in passing because children are impressionable. So they probably heard daddy doesn't like that guy, so yeah.
The daughters are like, well, my daddy can beat up your daddy.
Yeah.
But now they're 28 or 38 years old and 23 or whatever.
Now it's probably nothing, but that first little interaction thing, I bet it was like,
it seemed like something. That's all.
Now it's like I could whoop your ass myself.
Yeah. So another question here. There's one more. Oh, okay, from Josh Fields.
Hell yeah, friend of the show.
Definite friend of the show. Got to have him on soon. We love Josh. What's your favorite face of Foley?
Ooh.
I like Mankind.
Yeah, me too.
It was more in depth.
Yeah.
I like Mankind because Mankind's the one that won the title. Cactus Jack, I'm not. It's a little much for me, and I can't stand Dude Love.
The Dude Love Videotron entrance thing. Ha ha ha. And
I love the Love Shack he did was good.
It's funny.
It's funny, but I couldn't take him seriously. Here's this hardcore ass wrestler that was doing this.
I will say Mankind's my favorite because, like, as a heel, when he first started with George the Rat, doing those promos,
and it was weird.
As a kid, they fucked me up. I wanted Undertaker to beat his ass. And then the Paul Bearer turn, like everything like that. But then when he won that title, I mean, he was like Ultimo Babyface.
Oh man,
they were booking him like Vince McMahon's like, your ugly ass will never be my champion. Like, and then boom, he did.
He was Ultimo Babyface after hanging in the ring. I mean, he went in there as a heel. He left as a babyface.
Because you're talking about when The Rock joined up, like the one before WrestleMania 15, where The Rock kind of did that heel turn thing and joined the McMahons.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to talk about that on my segment. Teaser. All right. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for the questions. Back to you, James.
Well, man, we want to appreciate the feedback from all of our fans and friends. And hey, keep the questions coming because you know what? It's your show. So we definitely appreciate the feedback. We want to talk about what you want to talk about and what you want to hear. And definitely what you want to watch on the Facebook, on the YouTube. but you can find this exclusive YouTube, whatever, on YouTube. We do full episodes, and some would say that that's half the fun is watching the videos because you don't get the full experience on the audio. But hey, it's up to you, whatever you want to do. That being said, it's time to get motherfucking funny. And I'm ready to laugh, and I know you're ready to laugh. So why not laugh on the hottest rising segment in not only wrestling podcast, not only lifestyle podcast, but hey, we talked about turtles fucking earlier, so we're on the National Geographic type of level. So that being said, I'm wasting too much time. Let's get to the funny Waka 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 with Adam. So Adam, take it away.
Right, so I had some stuff written down, but then after listening to Dave a little earlier, I had a light bulb go off, and I wanted to swap it up a little bit because he mentioned Rodney Dangerfield, and Rodney Dangerfield has some good one-liners.
Oh yeah,
and so I found a few right here.
Yes, I like Dangerfield a bunch too.
Yes, I'm a huge Dangerfield fan.
I asked my wife why she's so flat-chested, and she just says, "Get off my back."
My favorite of his is I asked my wife, how come she never tells me whenever she finishes in the bed? And she says, because you're never around when it happens. So I found like the top 10 was from according to one website.
Waka Waka Waka. Oh no, Dancing Bear this time. Oh.
Yeah, I'd rather have the non-echo than that stupid bear.
Waka Waka Waka.
No, it's the God's honest truth.
Yeah, it's true. 100%.
All right, so he says, number 10, I'm at the age where food has taken the place of sex in my life. In fact, I've just had a mirror put in over my kitchen table. My mother never breastfed me. She told me she only likes me as a friend. That was pretty good. My wife and I were happy for 20 years, and then we met. And number 7 says, when I was a kid, my parents moved a lot, but I always found them. Number 6, a girl phoned me the other day. I guess it's supposed to be called. I don't know where phone me come from. That must be a northern thing. A girl phoned me the other day and said, come on over. There's nobody home. I went over and nobody was home. This is so great. I went to a fight the other night and a hockey game broke out. When I was born.
Took me a minute.
So random. So when I was born, I was so ugly the doctor slapped my mother. I haven't spoken to my wife in years. I was afraid to even try to interrupt her. My psychiatrist told me I was crazy, and I said, I want a second opinion. He said, okay, you're ugly too.
Nice.
I looked up my family tree, and I found 3 dogs using it. So that was just 10, like it's supposed to be top 10, but I know there's something better than that.
No, that's good.
Wait, what about this one? Stupidity runs in my family. My great-grandfather fought in the Civil War. He fought for the West.
Yeah. Waka Waka Waka.
Oh, speaking of, I don't know if y'all know, it's a guy named, he was on YouTube. He went by Donnie Baker. He did, he used to call into the Bob and Tom show a lot. He passed away last week as we're recording. But if you want to hear just some funny redneck stuff like Southern type comedy, he's freaking hilarious. His name was Donnie Baker on YouTube.
Yeah, he had like a blonde like mulletish type yeah.
I swear to God,
like
man,
a backwards visor or something usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he passed away last week, man. So I hated to hear that. He was only in his 50s.
I will say. Was that?
He died recently yesterday. 50. Well, as we're recording, 56 years old.
Who's
Who?
that?
Sinead O'Connor.
Oh, that's right.
Nothing
That's right.
compares to you.
Right.
Anyway,
Since you
That's
big
right.
goat, I can do whatever I want. I can eat my dinner for two. You know what, Sinead? I agree.
I want to start singing the Jeff Jarrett song right now. I don't know why.
Oh no.
But go
Hey, I
ahead.
do
I'm
want to
sorry.
say before I had to investigate this leak in my bathroom, I walked away on Adam making a joke about the mirror above the kitchen counter. That's a good one. That's a good one.
It was good. It was good.
Fuck yeah,
But I like
Brad.
the one about. I like the other one better. About I said no one's home, and they went there, and no one was home.
And no one was really home.
No one was there. They just went.
And while we just got done with Wonka Wonka, I want to do a quick shout out to our man Ben Jones. Today, as we're recording, week late when you hear it, it's his birthday. So quick shout
Good
out,
day,
happy
Mike.
birthday. to
Hey, it's
Ben.
Hangman's birthday too. You know what? Two of my favorite people, Hangman Page and Ben Jones.
Ben Jones, we love you, buddy.
Ben
And we'll have
Jones
you
from
on
the
here
Zip
one
Code
day. The
Bros.
problem is it's 8 a.m. there when we do this.
All right, for real.
He said
Yeah.
he could do that. I'm not sure when. I think he has a job.
Well, they're actually, I think they're about
That's
to
Ben
record.
Jones from the Zip Road Codes. Give him a listen.
There it is. Well, hey, speaking of who can do it, I don't know.
All right, so I'm gonna just do it, James. So
Just go
guys,
for it,
I've
man.
been
Hey, it's
trying
your
some
show,
different
Brad.
things because obviously we're taking a break from something. But
Well, and everybody could do it better. So,
I got
Well,
one. Who does it better, Zoom or StreamYard?
hey-o!
no, my mobile phone does it the best. But
Boom.
so who did it better? I have 3 of these guys, and some of them are they're toughies. So let's go with the dumbest
The
one.
answer is Pornhub.
the-
The answer is Pornhub.
Let's go with the dumbest one first. Who did it better as a giant? No, I'm not talking about the good
Andre.
giants. No. I give you 2 choices, pal.
The
Okay,
Jolly
sorry.
Green
Giant
Giant.
Gonzalez or the Great Khali? Who did it better?
Oh,
Wow.
that's easy. Great Khali.
Great colleague.
Yeah, probably. He was champion and, beat Taker.
But did he do it better or did they push him better?
Both.
Boy. Hey, you're asking the tough questions now.
I'm going to tell you right now, the Giant.
Who had the
I think
better
they pushed him
talent?
better. They did push him better.
I'm going to go with the Great Khali, but I'm going to tell you that I
Well,
don't
he
think
was
the Giant
pushed better.
Gonzalez.
Who had the better talent? That's the question you mean.
My problem is this: the Giant Khali's or the Giant Gonzalez's outfit is just a problem for me.
Well, he was elegante.
Yeah, he was Elegante in WCW and actually did pretty good.
So, Dave, who did it better, the Great Khali or the Giant Gonzalez as a giant?
The better wrestler was actually the Great Khali.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Giant Gonzalez, right? The first match we watched tonight, it was right after Giant Gonzalez was gone from WWF, and Undertaker must have been like, "Thank fucking God." And that's when he started the feud with Yokozuna.
I'll
So,
give you my signing bonus if you get that dude out of here.
So,
God
I
rest his
agree.
soul, he couldn't wrestle for shit. Giant
I
Gonzalez.
agree, but I also think the outfit did not help him at all.
No.
Being
Like-
naked in the ring does not help you.
Yeah.
I
his
mean, that was
outfit-
like a naked suit. It was ridiculous. Why did he need to have that on? Why couldn't he just be a big man?
Right?
because he wasn't muscular. He was just a tall, big dude.
Neither was,
He wasn't
guess
muscular.
what? Neither was Roman Reigns, and they put a bulletproof vest on him for years. I mean, he wasn't small, but he wasn't ripped to shreds like he is now. There's other ways, man. I mean, it was a different time. It was a different time. But I had a great answer from all of you. Second one, Bobby the Brain Heenan or Jerry the King Lawler? Who did it better as a color man?
Oh,
Bobby Heenan.
yeah.
Bobby.
I'd have to say Bobby.
I'm going with Jerry. Jerry
Well,
was smoother.
you know
Jerry
what?
was smoother, and he had his timing was so good.
But you know what? They probably are the top two heel commentators. Jerry Lawler and Bobby the Brain Heenan are definitely the top two.
So
Yeah.
I
Like
got
it's
you
not
one, Brad.
Okay.
Do you think Jerry Lawler would have been as good if he would have had somebody else other than JR beside
So
him?
that's Mike's point all the time. Mike's point all the time is they worked off each other,
Yep.
and was even Jim as good without Jerry?
See, I think
not?
Heenan. We
Yeah,
all
good
say
point.
Heenan
And
because
Bobby Heenan is
Heenan was
good with
good
anybody.
because he was the manager that was good. You know.
Did he have the voice?
No, but he had that I don't care attitude. He just said whatever he wanted.
I'm just thinking of the big picture. Yes, he had some great lines.
Yeah, I get
So
what
did
you're
Jerry,
saying because
though.
if you have two people, because Jerry would relatively keep it related to the match. Bobby's just talking shit. So I get kind of what you're saying. Jerry would focus more on the match. Him and JR focus more on the match. Bobby, I mean, he would focus on the match, but he'd say like outlandish shit. You know what I mean?
What about Jerry the King Lawler looking at a Playboy magazine with Sable in it while Sable is sitting next to him? Holy shit.
Different time, faux show.
Jeez.
Okay. Get over, y'all.
And then you have that the centerfold thing like fold down, you know?
It was ridiculous.
Oh, dude.
What was that, Mike?
What if Bobby Heenan and Jerry Lawler were on a team together?
Well, here's the
You
problem.
think that could work?
Well, here's the
No,
problem.
they just
They're both
talk
color
shit
men.
all the
They're
time.
both
Nobody
color men.
talk
No
about
one's
the
calling
match.
a play-by-play. You need a
Yeah.
play-by-play guy. You need
Okay,
Michael.
so you have a three-way. You have a three-way.
Oh, listen,
Throw
I
Jim
love a good
Ross in.
three-way. I love a good three-way. But
I
We're
was
back,
asking.
baby. We're back.
What about Jim Ross and Bobby Heenan? You think they could have done good?
has it happened? It did happen. It happened
It
at
did,
WrestleMania
yeah, it
9.
happened, yeah.
Yeah. And Macho, you know.
For some reason, yeah, we had him there too. Shout out,
Dave
Josh.
was gonna say, what were you gonna say, Dave? You had something.
How come none of you guys are mentioning Jesse Ventura?
Yeah.
See,
I think he was number 3. When they said heel commentary, I was thinking
He was
Jesse.
up there.
Jesse and Gorilla, man. I mean,
Yeah,
I wasn't
Gorilla-
really alive.
Gorilla's not a heel.
Like, you know.
but Gorilla Jesse and Gorilla Bobby Heenan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gorilla made them so much better though.
I think Jesse is right up there, right above Vince.
So I got
That's it.
one more, guys. And this is because of the theme of the night with Lex Luger being the All-American guy. Now, I'm not going to give you All-American Hogan, and I'm sure as hell not going to give you Iron Sheik as the opposite. So we're going to go with 2 All-Americans. Who did it better, Sergeant Slaughter or Hacksaw Jim Duncan? Hey-oh!
That is
You
a
say
layup.
Jim Duncan?
Hacksaw Jim Duncan.
Duggan.
I said that.
You said Duncan.
I did not. This is not
He
a
said
donut store.
Duncan.
I'm with Adam on this. You said Duncan.
Like
All right,
it was Dunkin'
we'll
Donuts
pause,
or
go back
something.
to-
Not once, but twice, and that was not an echo.
Say thank you.
Duggan. Say it with a G. Duggan.
You know what? Nobody can prove anything in this episode because of the freaking terrible audio.
Say it with a G.
I know what that's Duncan. Mm-hmm. He definitely
Duncan's-
said Duncan. Mhm.
That's my
Thank
guy. Hacksaw.
you.
Hacksaw is my guy in this.
Oh.
Well,
Everybody's Hacksaw?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, because
Because
one guy went
Sergeant Slaughter-
turncoat. What the hell do you mean?
No,
Sergeant
we're
Slaughter's
talking
a
about
turncoat.
because
talking about
it's all
Slaughter
about.
when he wasn't a real American, when he was a G.I. Joe.
But he wasn't a real American. He's a fake G.I. Joe. Duggan is a real
He
Duggan.
fought the Iron Sheik, who was pure evil.
But he was never a
He
real army
joined
guy.
with the Iron Sheik.
Not
a
right
fake-
away.
He's
that
a
was
fake
years
army
later.
guy.
I'm talking about in the 80s.
He was a
Guys,
fake army guy.
Seen people be the first ever wrestling pay-per-view I ever watched was Royal Rumble 1991, and when Sergeant Slaughter won that belt, people were bullshit. They left the party that I was at. Like I said, the first one I ever watched pay-per-view ever, and that's the few that got me into wrestling.
Dave,
So I got
are you
into
born in the
wrestling
70s or the 80s?
fucking Sergeant Slaughter.
Are you born in the 70s or the 80s?
What was that?
Were you born in the 70s or the 80s?
The 80s.
Okay. I'm born in the 70s. So I'm going to tell you right now, Sergeant Slaughter to me, because they needed a new story for Sheik. We all watch. I would imagine most of you watched the documentary. He was a hero, man.
Yeah, you
but
had
I'm
the
still-
real life G.I. Joe, Sergeant Slaughter. I joined the Iraqis, Sergeant Slaughter.
You know, Hacksaw was snorting coke with Iron Sheik in the car.
Hey, kayfabe, Brad, what the hell are
Allegedly.
you talking about right now?
Allegedly.
arrested for it.
Hey, we are sleeping on the
What-
fact that didn't Hacksaw go to like Team Canada and WCW for a little bit or something?
Everybody
Yeah, he
went
went
to
to
heel
Canada.
except
He
for
did
2
something
people.
stupid.
Nobody
The-
remembers that.
I got a question. What do you think about Sergeant Slaughter sitting all over Lacey Evans, and now she's back off TV?
I tell you what, they have
mean-
screwed up Lacey Evans
They
altogether.
really have.
Why can't they just stick with
That
something?
Southern Belle thing was over.
You're a Marine.
Yeah.
You're anti-Marine. You're a Southern Belle. You're a bitchy Southern Belle. Are you good or bad?
You're a bitchy anti-marine. I don't like it.
At least Lacey Evans was actually in the service. Sergeant
It's not her
Slaughter never
fault.
was.
Yeah,
Well,
they
neither
just
was
booked her
neither was
terrible. I
John
think if they
Cena.
would have kept her the Southern Belle heel.
Oh, hey guys.
Or not. The other side. Just do it.
Two?
Sure, why not?
Hey, don't read the quotes though. You can open them, but just don't read the quotes. Just tell us who's on them. It's probably gonna be a lot of the same ones.
Why can't I read the quote?
We're pushing
The
time limit.
new quotes.
What was that?
We're pushing the time limit.
Oh, you're pushing the time. All right. I'll see you. All right. Here we go.
We're going to give you this one instead of Devin's demographics since he's not here.
Yeah, we're not doing that, Mike.
All right, ready?
We're going to go back to Dave McClay and to hell with Devin.
Good grief. What are we doing right now, Brad?
What do you mean?
Giving me fucking epilepsy with these in and out shit.
Oh, look at this.
Here we go.
General Abnod.
Nice.
Yeah. Remember that? The friend of,
definitely. We were kind of sort of talking about that type of stuff.
How about that? The first guy, General Abnod.
Right? Relates to our Sergeant Slaughter talk.
Oh, guys, I know you say you don't want me to quote, but I just got to tell you what this says.
Go ahead.
Favorite quote? It says, untraceable. Oh, wait, untransable because it's in Arabic.
Ha!
Nice.
That's actually funny.
I like that one.
Oh, is a hot rod.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
With
with
Vince in the suit.
Known for his fearlessness. Sorry, I just got to say that. $1 Million Man.
Oh, yeah.
You know what it
ones.
is. All right. Haku.
Oh,
It was just in Waterloo, Iowa.
tough as fuck.
Oh, by the way, the quote is I win for Heenan.
There you go.
All right. Rick Martel. Got that one already.
Model.
Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
Boy, I was about to make an awesome joke, but I didn't.
Oh. I'm handsome, I'm brave, I'm strong.
There it is.
Oh,
there
Lord.
it is. It comes full circle. Hey, read that quote. Read that quote. It comes full circle.
Okay. The Monty always gets his mouth. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Is Jimmy hot?
Do not read his quote. It's probably a fucking 3-page novel.
Oh, tugboat. The Shockmaster. All right.
Yeah.
The Shark Master.
Known for his devotion to Hulk Hogan and Hulkamania. God bless you, tugboat.
And falling on, he fell on his arse.
There we go. Thank you, guys. Just how you
yeah.
that. Round two.
Round
done.
two.
I'm done.
can't
too. We're
believe-
good.
I can't believe you've had them for so long and never opened them. I would have opened them as soon as I got them.
But you know where I got this stuff, right? The program, these cards.
Yeah.
My dad moved to Florida, and he was cleaning his shit out, and he found it in a box.
Nice.
He's like, Dave, I found these wrestling cards that you used to have that you never opened. Like, because because at the time, you know, he advised I didn't open them. That's why I asked the guy at Top Guy Weekend, should I open them? Because he knows more cards than my dad and me. Yeah, so I'm like, hell yes. And then he found this program. Yeah, and my dad lives in Florida now, and they say one man's junk's another's treasure.
Del Boca Vista.
Phase
There's
two.
not one pun with all of Del Boca Vista.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my favorite shows of all time. For
Yeah.
sure.
Hey, you
Shout
know
out
what a
to her.
threesome is? It's like discovering plutonium by accident.
You know, this pen writes upside down. They use it in space.
Hey.
Take the pen.
But hey, you know, what better than one unboxing on your show? Two. It was so nice we had to do it twice. So, hey, our we can hashtag unboxing and probably get a lot of views on YouTube with that.
Yeah.
And speaking of views, thanks, Devin. You know, like that That was your Devin's demographic of the week.
Hey, Devin, shout out to you. Hopefully everything's okay. We know
Yeah.
you're not here this week, and nothing to get personal about, but Devin had some other things he had to attend to, and he can always use your thoughts and prayers. Thank you.
Yeah. Good way to put it.
But we
Shout
still
out
hate
D
your.
Child. He'll be back next week, I'm assuming.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
hopefully.
how
He's still
about
got
Devin Dowling?
four sometimes.
What's up?
Yeah, Devin Dowling.
Yeah.
But did something happen?
Nah, he's all right.
No, I just he had to deal with some
he
stuff.
had to be with some family, but it's okay. It was
Yeah.
You know, he's just
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
some older things come up. That's all.
All right.
So that was what the people are watching. Shout out Devin. But hey, might as well grill it on down. You know, you ready to burn this mother down, Mike? So I guess it's Mike's meat minute time. So I can't wait to hear what recipe you have for us.
Well, actually, I got our
And
first
that's an inside
fan
joke between me and
recipe.
Mike, because can't wait.
I said, actually, I got our first fan recipe. So I got one. Can you hear me?
Yeah. When did you get it? Last
Just making
night
sure.
at like 11 p.m.?
Last night from from our man Mike Bover. What he wants to do is lemon pepper chicken breast. So what do you need on this? You don't need no steak, Randy.
Yeah,
You need
it's
some chicken. Need some chicken. Then you need some lemon pepper. Then you need some salt, flour, olive oil, and some butter. Get some fresh garlic, some lemon juice, and chicken broth. Then you get all that stuff. You want to get your chicken and you want to slice it so your chicken breast, boneless, skinless, make it nice and thin. Season and cook your chicken with all the seasonings. Coat both sides, the lemon pepper and salt. And then put some flour on it. Prepare your skillet. Get it medium-sized skillet out of olive oil and 2 teaspoons of butter. Or
You ain't
tablespoons
add
of butter.
no olive oil. You even
Yeah.
own olive oil?
Yeah, this is add olive oil to the pan. I'm reading as I go.
Expensive as fuck.
Then you cook the chicken. Add the chicken and cook until golden brown, about 3 or 5 minutes. Flip and repeat. Cook until chicken is cooked throughout and reaches 165 degrees. Remove chicken and place on a serving platter. That's it.
Yeah?
No, wait, no, I'm not. Hold on, there's more. Add the final ingredients. Add the remaining 2 tablespoons of butter, garlic, lemon juice, and chicken broth to the skillet and simmer about 3 to 5 minutes. Then pour it on top of your chicken and then enjoy.
Sounds
And that is a recipe
fantastic.
from Mike Bover.
We want to shout out Mike Bober for that recipe. Sounds absolutely fantastic. It was even more mouthwatering than the way Mike described it.
I tried.
Hey, you're good. So I guess is it time for next week or not?
No, next week. Don't you have some ideas there, James?
Well, I thought somebody famous. Adam, do you have an idea?
No, I didn't say anything about famous, but I mean, there's a guy that I've been kind of talking to a lot at
Nice.
at the shows. And
Is it getting pretty serious?
Yeah. How many dates have you been on?
how many Honda Water Huda?
All right. Anyway, continue.
No, anyway, it's I always said I ain't talked to him and confirmed the day yet, but it's a guy that I've been getting a lot of pointers and stuff from, as far as the refereeing and stuff goes. He's been refereeing a couple of years now around the Tennessee area, so I want to chat with him and run it by you guys and see what y'all think. But I'd like to get him on the show and kind of change it up, because I know how we do kind of like wrestling type matches. He had an idea of maybe doing like a referee theme show.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Be bad. I like that.
So I was gonna run that by y'all, see what y'all thought.
I like it.
I love it.
I want
You
some
want some
more
more
of
of it?
it.
Have the matches by Sunday.
But hey, if that doesn't, or so that probably won't be the next one though. I'm assuming.
Oh I'm trying my best to get on it. I won't get to see him Saturday because he has another commitment.
Well, if not, I have a backup plan.
A plan B?
I put a lot of thought into this, and that's probably a work or a shoot. I didn't put a lot of thought in this. But hey, there was an announcement for StarCast of one Dennis Rodman. So I know he did a couple matches, but the two, like Bash of the Beach 97, Bash of the Beach 98, they're not good matches, and they're actually pretty lengthy, giggity. But those would be two we could discuss, you know.
James,
I like that idea.
What's up, Dave?
I have a Dennis Rodman and Hulk Hogan action figure still in the package.
Nice.
And I'm really pissed that I'm missing StarCast because I would love to hit him to sign that.
That's true.
I'm never been a basketball fan, but I love Dennis Rodman. You know why?
Worm, baby.
Because he fits every mold of being a friggin' pro wrestler. His character, his gimmick. Plus,
Right.
plus me and Dennis Rodman share a birthday.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome to get Dennis Rodman to sign your package.
Hey-o.
Love it. If I hit the Powerball, I'll go to StarCast, but that's about it.
Play the Mega Millions. Powerball's not too high right now.
You're right. Mega Millions.
Well,
Dave, thanks so much for coming on today. And thanks for hanging in there with us. We had a couple changes during the episode. No kayfabe there, but appreciate you. And always been a good friend to us and to ad-free shows. And we liked hanging out with you over the ad-free show weekend. So thanks so much for coming on. You were a lot of fun.
Hey, thank you so much, guys. Like these past few years, you know, just getting to know everybody, getting to listen to Conrad's podcasts, and getting to do stuff like this is not something I'm used to, as you can tell. You know, going on. I've never been much of an internet guy. I never even listened to podcasts until 2019, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I was so hooked on them, and I started listening to just clips of Southern Wrestle on YouTube. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I hear about ad-free shows, like, oh, interactive Zooms, that's cool. So I had to sign up for that. And long story short, now here I am, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. And I hope to see you guys again. I really do.
Hey, Dave, it's funny how one podcast you listen to can change your life, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. Because I fell out of love with wrestling after like 2015. I thought WWE got boring. It got so boringly basic.
Yeah, I got real stale.
And plus having a kid, you know, and a kid with severe special needs. Not the kid you saw earlier. My oldest son. He's severe special needs. My oldest son, and this has really been a great time. Everything I've been through these last 3 years, and getting to know you guys, I really appreciate it. So thank you.
hey, man, thank you.
Thanks for coming on, man. Really appreciate it.
Hey, can I do it again sometime? I know I'm not.
Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
and then the next time we will have all this bullshit crap we went through.
Yeah, we'll Zoom you one next for next time for sure.
Oh, speaking of which, guys, I would love to Zoom. Like, I don't have like a job where I'm sitting at a desk all day, you know, at a computer like a lot of guys.
Yeah.
I have a job where I'm out walking and in severe heat, cold, you know, postal worker, and I'm doing it like 12 hours a day because we're so short-handed. I actually had to tell work ahead of time just to join this thing.
Damn.
Appreciate that.
I wish I could be more interactive in Zooms and stuff. Like when you guys always post, hey, let's chat during wrestling and stuff. But really, that's the only reason why, is because I'm so tired from work.
Hey, man, it's all
Well,
good.
man, you ever get a time, come on and join us.
Yeah.
That's when the fun starts, right?
Hey, I will show up here or there.
Even if it's for just 15 minutes, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's, you do what you can with your time.
And hey, man, so we're thankful that you gave your time to this because, you know, this is kind of like the same thing, just hanging out.
Yeah, because I asked him, when I asked him originally, he said I have to do it next week because I have to let work know.
Yeah.
So I remember I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, like tomorrow I'll be working 8 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night.
That's a lot of mail.
Well, it's not just mail. It's doing half of another fucking route, and plus Amazon fucking Prime Day. That's what's killing me. Like all the people wanted during the Amazon Prime Day, it's still going on.
Yeah, well, I hope we were able to ease your mind and stuff and just like hang out for a little bit.
That's what it's all about, you know. That's why I say you guys gotta ask me what you guys want to hear from me, because I'm not used to doing like this.
You did great, man. You did great.
Yeah, it was all good.
Believe me, it was
It's all good.
Because you undoing the packages and whatnot. That was something different we've never done. So
yeah,
we appreciate it.
All right.
I mean, it could have been worse. We could have had Bober on.
Oh, we did that already.
I know it's a little while from now, but don't forget to tip your mailman at Christmas. He works harder than you know.
No problem. Always do.
Take care, gentlemen.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, Dave.
I appreciate you. And James, I don't know why, but your dad sounds more southern than you. I don't know why.
All right, man. Well, you have a good one.
Oh, we gotta have Randy on sometime again, though.
Boy, howdy.
No, let's close this one out.
Man, I fucking love that. That was cool.
Yeah, that was a nice ending.
Well, thanks,
Got to
Dave.
a shit show afternoon. It was a good.
Thanks, everybody. This is hey, like I said at the beginning of this episode, on a very different format and platform and all that stuff. We're gonna get back to what we do best, and I think we showed shades of it today.
Yep.
So, here's the thing. Sometimes it may not be what it seems, it may not be what it is, but guess what? We powered through. We didn't give up. We made the most of yet another tricky situation. You know why? Because it wasn't a shitty situation, because we were there, and we ain't shitty. And it may have been tricky, but it's tricky to rock a rhyme that's right on time. It's tricky. So, we made it. We kicked out at 2. When it seemed like this episode was going to go down, nay, it's your show. Would you kick out at 2? Then who the fuck are we to kick out at 2?
Yep.
We're really glad that we're about to hit another motherfucking stride, and it's season 2, episode whatever, but maybe it's season 1 in your life. When you take that next step and you fucking kick out at 2. Don't ever let anything stop you. Because that's what, we do on your show. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank Dave. Thank everybody. And remember, kick out at 2. We love you. We'll see you next week. Bye.